I want to start in Tennessee. The trial that we have been watching together for the past few weeks came to an end over the weekend. After 15 hours of deliberations, the jury found Janet Hinds guilty on 8 out of the 10 counts against her, including vehicular homicide by intoxication and the death of Officer Nicholas Gallinger. That's the only charge that comes with mandatory prison time. Sentencing hearing is set for November 1st. She'll be able to return home on house arrest until then. Let's bring in Mark O'Mara, who is in Orlando, Florida, and Joseph Tully is in San Francisco, California. All right, guys, this was a trial we all watched together, our audience, and it took this jury a while. They went into the weekend. Mark, to you first, your reaction to this weekend verdict of guilty, especially on the most serious of the charges.
Well, once the state was able to get in the information about the intoxication, the sort of extrapolation of she had this many beers or drinks, therefore she was probably intoxicated, then, it was almost a foregone conclusion. And that was the most serious fact that I thought the defense had to attack. I was a bit concerned that they didn't bring in an expert, somebody who might be able to suggest to the jury that this extrapolation information, she was probably at this rate now because of her weight and because of the timing, is really a scientific testimony without scientific basis. So I was concerned about that, but we can certainly expect, and unfortunately, a lengthy sentence for what was in effect, unintentional crime. The drinking was intentional, but obviously the event leading to the loss of life wasn't.
Yeah, the recommended sentences fall in about that 8 to 10 year range. Joseph, your thoughts on the verdict?
Well, I thought that it was really a great trial to watch. I thought it was very compelling. Both sides did a really, really good job. The defense handled delicate witnesses at the most professional level, extracting information that was good. I'm not surprised by the verdict. I think that juries tend to be very protective of police officers, and that's something you need to keep in mind, all of the legal levels, but you also need to keep in mind the humanistic levels. And the humanistic level is jurors were taken by this tragic story, and it was really hard for the defense to overcome once the prosecution got in the evidence of intoxication or the different drinks. It was devastating for the prosecution to be able to argue, she had 5 drinks and a shot during closing argument.
Yeah, Mark, those images of her drinking at the bar and in succession, ordering the large beers, and then that maybe that lemon drop shot might have been done it for some jurors. The defense did try to sort of attack the fact that a police officer was the victim here, in that they were saying this was handled differently because the victim was a police officer. The police had a one-track mind. Was that a risky move inherently? It's something they had to do, but difficult to pull off, isn't it? When you're kind of putting the victim under scrutiny.
Yeah, you have to be so careful. I actually had a friend of mine whose mom was killed, and the prosecutors locally, really took the case to heart. And the public defender in that case said, "Hey, you're trying too hard." And the prosecutor's response was exactly as it would have been if that question was posed here. We're the prosecution. If we want to try hard on a case because it's a cop victim or a child victim or whatever we want to do, we are supposed to be diligent at every corner. So I think it's dangerous to say to a jury, we're here because they're prosecuting because it's a cop. And obviously, like was just said, we like our cops generally, and we're going to defer to them. So I don't think it was a good move by the defense. But I will say one thing, what really convicted her, as again was just said, was that video of the drinks. And I think we're going to see that in the McCauley case, the forensics that is going to come out in the evidence so far that we've at least heard about is really going to be what impacts this jury, because we now deal with so much video evidence from anywhere we drive, anywhere we walk. And I think it's going to play a major role in the McCauley case coming up.